Look at this! What's the worst that could happen? Relatively awful coffee.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
One last. Salut zusammen and welcome to St. Moritz. What an amazing place to start my day. Check this out. Currently -20 at the moment, hence me looking rather cold. I am here with Mercedes-Benz Switzerland to test drive many Mercedes and AMGs. I think there's 17 different models here. I'm going to focus on a couple of models today. I will tell you this though, I have attended a few events like this in the past and they're extremely fast paced, and because I'm here for filming I often slow down the group. Nonetheless, I'm going to bring you guys along and share the whole experience with you, hopefully drive some cool cars, or definitely drive some cool cars. So I think today is about having some fun of course, but also learning how to drive and control your car in the winter and on snow.
Gut gerade lassen.
You have to excuse the radio. We have these radios to keep in touch with the instructor and what to do. I'm just jumped now into the B class to get a bit of a warm up, and he actually said to me this is the one to pick this morning. He claims this is super fun to drive, and I have to say this is just a B class but super nice inside. And the dash up here, it's all touchscreen as well. Really impressed with this little car. Anyway, to get quickly on, because I'm going to start in a second, we are first testing the ABS, or doing ABS control in these cars. And what I just learned this morning, which I feel a bit embarrassed that I didn't know, Mercedes-Benz actually invented ABS, and it was also tested for the first time up here many years ago. So yeah, pretty cool thing to do, to test out the ABS on the snow. So as far as I'm aware, what I've got to do to warm up today is accelerate up to 60 kilometers an hour, and then there's a slight corner. So just before I enter the corner, I've got to hit the brakes as hard as possible and turn into the corner. Accelerate up to 60, 50, 55, full power on the brakes into the corner, foot flat down. Perfect. I would say perfect. Let's see what the instructor says. How did I do?
Good. More speed.
More speed. That was as fast as I could get in that distance.
Ah, so you need a bit of a better human traction control.
I have a heavy foot.
Because
yeah, I should be lighter.
It's front wheel drive. Go easy in the beginning, and then as soon as the car picks up some speed, add some pepper. But
anyway, moving on to the next part of the day now, what I'm going to do is jump into this AMG C63S, which I'm just going to show you around quickly. So this is the one I'm going to take out now, looking super cool. This is the instructor, Dom.
Hi there.
Hi Dom. Thanks for my instruction today.
You're welcome.
Excited to drive this.
It's only going to get better from now on.
Faster and louder and better.
Faster and louder and more sideways, hopefully. All depends on you.
I like this, man. Let's jump inside. Okay, now the fun starts once I've put my chair back. There was someone pretty small driving this before me. So as I said, now in the AMG C63S, basically right in front of me there is an oval shape with some cones around, and I get to drift this car around that the best I can. And what I've just learned, and now seeing for the first time, on the wheel you've got this small knob where you can adjust the traction control, the amount of how much you want. So it starts at number 1, which is on. Keep turning it up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 9 goes to off, which is super cool. He's now suggested I start on number 7 and then get a bit of feel for it, and then of course turn it completely off. So I've got it on 7 at the moment. Don't get many chances to do this, so let's turn it completely off. Now I have absolutely no help, but the car sounds fantastic. I'm gonna try a bit better on this one. Oh yes. See, as I said, turned it completely off and look what happened. Take the corner a bit wider, get it sideways. How good does that sound? So we are just going to do a quick drive in the AMG GT 4-door. This is the exact one I had for filming last month, if you watched it already, and I loved the car. So it is lunchtime and I've dragged Dominic, who is an instructor, away from his lunch to come have some fun with me. Hopefully.
We switched lunchtime for launch time.
I like that. Lunchtime for launch. I would prefer to do launch time than lunchtime.
Off we go then.
Off we go. So I said to Dominic, have you ever tried to do a launch control in this on the snow? And you told me that they tried one in the G-Wagon. Was that right?
We did the G-Wagon in China the other day.
China?
You floor it on ice and see what happens.
You were in China the other day?
I was in China
okay,
the other
yeah.
day where
Casual.
we did that.
Okay, and it worked?
It worked quite well actually. I think we did just under 6 seconds.
To 100.
0 to 100 kilometers
on snow.
On ice.
On ice, wow.
Which is, I mean, if you think about it, it's a ridiculous number.
It is a ridiculous number. What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
Well, I mean, there's 66,000 square meters of snow and ice. As long as we stay away from the
if I mess that up,
snowbanks,
it's going to be pretty embarrassing.
Well, it's going to be on video then.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're on race mode. Off we go. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh my god. There we go.
There we go.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I can't even count that quick. 90. That's 100. Almost.
90.
Unbelievable.
I feel bad for you. I mean, you're a race instructor and you're having to sit here as a passenger while an idiot like
Well,
me.
there's not much we can hit.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And you sort of done this before.
So, yeah, sort of. I know. On camera, I should say, yeah, I know exactly
Of
what
course,
I'm
I know
doing.
exactly. Yes, I haven't tried this on tarmac, but it's so impressive on snow. It must
Yeah.
be ridiculous on dry tarmac. You're covered in snow.
You look at this. You absolutely covered me in snow, but totally worth it. We are now just taking a small break before moving on to the next cars. We've got the C43 AMG here. This is the GLC 63S AMG, of course, and it sounds quite beefy. And this is what I'm going to jump into. This is the GTC. I thought this would probably be the most fun on camera, obviously rear wheel drive. Anyway, I'm going to carry on drinking my relatively awful coffee and then put my equipment in the AMG GTC and try and go sideways again. So welcome inside the GTC, heading straight off onto the slalom course. Very rushed on this section. Got everything turned off and I'm going to try and get through the cones without hitting anything. Let's see if I can do a smooth slalom all the way down. What a day. Days don't get much more fun than this. Come on, Luke, don't mess it up. It's very hard not to get overconfident with the throttle. I know in these cars we just want to put our foot down, especially in the snow. Made it through. What a day. It's kind of like a ballerina dance, and when you have that feeling going all the way up, in and out the cones in one smooth way, it just feels extremely satisfying. Hello again in another AMG. I've got to end today's video now, very sadly. Everyone's already gone back. I'm the last one out just to get some pictures quickly while it's totally clear and the sun's gone down, so it looks totally beautiful up here in the evening with the clear sky. I've had such a blast today. It's been very fast moving, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. It's just been incredible. Who wouldn't love to spend a day drifting around in AMGs? One car that has stuck out to me, which I didn't know I liked until today, is this. Not only do I love the looks, it looks fantastic. It looks completely aggressive. It drives incredible, and the sound, it sounds mad. And now I'm gonna enjoy this one last. Oh, there's snow coming in the window, people. But did you hear that? The crackles this gives off is just incredible. That's what I mean. I would like one of these. So impressed with this car. I gotta run in now and say bye to everyone because everyone's waiting for me. So for me, it's ciao for now.